Tetrahedral structure, the range should be 0.225 to 0.414. What is Tyndall effect? It is scattering of light. Helium is used in the balloons because it is non-flammable or it is incombustible. It will not catch fire like hydrogen. Hello my dear students, welcome back to part 3 of Karnataka CET 2008 chemistry question paper. We shall start with 41st question. An ionic compound is expected to have tetrahedral structure if R plus by R minus lies in the range of 0.414 to 0.732, 0.225 to 0.414, 0.155 to 0.225 or 0.732 to 1. So ionic compound, which structure we want? Tetrahedral structure. There is a standard chart which is given to us, in which you know that the ratio of the radius of the cation by the radius of the anion. So which range if it is present, what is the type of structure it will give, isn't it? So for tetrahedral structure, the range should be 0.225 to 0.414. So option B is the correct answer for tetrahedral structure. So what about the other values? Here if you see 0.414 to 0.732, it is for octahedral structure, and this is for planar triangular structure, and this is for BCC. Okay, so for tetrahedral structure, it is 0.225 to 0.414 is the correct answer. We'll go to the next question. Among the following, which is least acidic? Phenol, orthocresol, paranitrophenol, parachlorophenol. So if there is an electron withdrawing group, acidity increases, and if there is an electron donating group, then the acidity will decrease. So if you see here, nitro group and chloro group which is present in the para position of the phenol, they are electron withdrawing group and the acidity will be more. So they are asking us which is least acidic. So option C and D is ruled out. But if you see option A, it is phenol, and option D is cresol. In cresol, the substituent is CH3 group which is present in ortho position. So it's an electron donating group. When electron donating group is there or electron releasing group is there, we tell that the acidity will decrease. So it is actually less than phenol also. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. Next one. The ligand can also be regarded as Lewis acid, Bronsted base, Lewis base, Bronsted acid. Now, Lewis acid is one which accepts electron pair. Bronsted base accepts H plus ion. Lewis base is the correct answer because it donates electron pair, and Bronsted acid is which gives away H plus ion. Correct, no? So ligand is what? Ligand is something, for example, I can take H2O is the ligand and oxygen is the one which is donating a pair of electron. So donating a pair of electron, Lewis base also donates a pair of electrons, so it can be regarded as the Lewis base. Okay. So next question. The color of the sky is due to transmission of light, wavelength of the scattered light, absorption of light by atmospheric gases, all of these. The sky looks blue color because of Tyndall effect, isn't it? And what is Tyndall effect? It is scattering of light. So here, the wavelength of scattered light is the reason for the sky to be blue color. It is not the other options. So option B is the right answer. Okay. Next question. Which of the following organic compounds answer both iodoform test and Felling's test? Ethanol, methanol, ethanol, propanone. Here, for iodoform test, we require C double bond O CH3 group, and for Felling's test, we require aldehyde group. So, which is the one which has got CH3CO group as well as the aldehyde group? Ethanol, it has got only OH group, that's not possible. Methanol, okay? Methanol is HCHO group, isn't it? So again, methanol is not possible. Ethanol is the one which is the correct answer. Propanone has not got the CHO group, so it will not answer Felling's test. So ethanol, if you see, CH3 C double bond OH. So aldehyde group is present, it will answer Felling's test. And CH3CO group is present, so it will answer iodoform test. So ethanol is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Helium is used in balloons in place of hydrogen because it is incombustible, lighter than hydrogen, radioactive, more abundant than hydrogen. Here, helium is used in the balloons because it is non-flammable or it is incombustible. It will not catch fire like hydrogen. That's the main reason. Lifting power of helium is 93% while compared to that of hydrogen. That's the reason helium is used in the balloons. Okay? We'll see the next question. The basic principle of Cottonelle precipitator is Le Chatelier's principle, peptization, neutralization of charge on colloidal particles, scattering of light. See, Cottonelle precipitator is where the impurities in the gases are removed or in the smoke can be removed. So there are charged plates which is there through which you are passing the colloid smoke. Okay, this is positive and this is negative plate. And the concept here is neutralization of the charge on the colloidal particles. So colloidal particles, if it's oppositely charged, goes and gets attracted towards these electrodes or these charged plates, and they'll undergo coagulation or neutralization. So neutralization of charge on the colloidal particles is the basic principle, not Le Chatelier's principle, that is for equilibrium which we use. Peptization is method of formation of a colloidal solution, isn't it? So that also we cannot use. It's not scattering of light, which is Tyndall effect. Okay, so the answer is option C. I hope you have understood. We'll go to the next question. When carbon monoxide is passed over solid caustic soda, heated to 200 degrees Celsius, it forms Na2CO3, glycogen, HCOONA, CH3COONA. So, what is the reaction? It's carbon monoxide passed over caustic soda. Caustic soda is NaOH. At 200 degrees Celsius, it will form HCOONA. So, option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Hydrogen plus nitrogen gives ammonia releasing heat. What is the effect of increase in temperature on the equilibrium of the reaction? Equilibrium is shifted to left, equilibrium is shifted to right, equilibrium is unaltered, reaction rate does not change. So in this reaction, N2 plus 3H2 giving 2NH3. The forward reaction is exothermic. That means the backward reaction should be endothermic. Okay. So, effect of increase in temperature. Whenever there is an increase in temperature, the system will try to decrease it. So that extra heat it will start taking up. So, endothermic reaction will be favored and backward reaction is favored. So, here backward forward word is not used. Forward reaction means equilibrium is shifted to right side. Backward means it is shifted to left side. So, equilibrium will shift to left. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Hydrogen gas is not liberated when the following metal is added to dilute HCl. Ag, silver, zinc, magnesium, tin. So, here which is the metal which will not liberate hydrogen gas when treated with dilute HCl? It should be below hydrogen in the electrochemical series. Below hydrogen, if metal is present, does not release or liberate hydrogen gas with dilute acid. So, zinc, magnesium and tin are all above hydrogen. Only Ag will not liberate hydrogen gas when it is treated with dilute HCl. So, I hope you have understood. For this question, you should know your electrochemical series. Okay. Next question. Consider the Born-Haber cycle for the formation of an ionic compound given below and identify the compound Z which is formed. M plus X minus, M minus X minus, Mx, M plus X minus gaseous. See, this is the Born-Haber cycle in which first the metal in the solid state is going to the gaseous state, that is sublimation. From the gaseous state, there is removal of an electron, that is ionization enthalpy. Then X2 which is there, it is already in the gaseous form. It is bond is breaking here, that is bond dissociation enthalpy to form a single atom of gas. Then the electron is added, so electron gain enthalpy to form X minus. So both the things coming together, okay, both in gaseous state, when it reacts with one another, the amount of energy released to form a solid M plus X minus has to be formed. So you are going to get M plus X minus, but it should be solid state. So this particular question, M plus X minus they have given, but they have not mentioned it is a solid or a gas, because one option it is mentioned as gas, that is not the correct answer. Okay, it should be in the solid state. As it is not written, this is considered to be grace. Okay, it's a grace mark question. Fine. So we'll go to the next question. In the brown ring test, the brown color of the ring is due to ferrous nitrate, ferric nitrate, mixture of NO and NO2, nitroso-ferrous sulfate. In brown ring test, the brown ring is due to the formation of nitroso-ferrous sulfate or ferrous nitroso-sulfate. So it is option D which is the correct answer. Here ferrous nitrate, ferric nitrate or NO and NO2 are not mixing to give the brown ring. Okay, you can look into the equations, you will find the correct answer, that is nitroso-ferrous sulfate is the one which is formed in brown ring test. Next one, amines behave as Lewis acid, Lewis base, aprotic acid, neutral compound. Amines is RNH2. And nitrogen has a lone pair of electron which it can donate. So it will act as a Lewis base. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Dalda is prepared from oils by oxidation, reduction, hydrolysis, distillation. Dalda is a semi-solid glyceride which is saturated. Okay. Thus, the oils to get converted into dalda, okay, hydrogen has to be added to make it saturated so that the unsaturation is removed. So what we have to do is hydrogenation has to take place. So hydrogenation of oil, hydrogenation when you do, you will get dalda. Okay, and hydrogenation means what? Adding hydrogen is nothing but reduction reaction. So option B is the correct answer. Okay, next question. The chemical name of anisole is ethanoic acid, methoxybenzene, propanone, acetone. Anisole contains a benzene ring. So even if you don't know the name, you can actually write it. See, ethanoic acid is not having benzene ring. Propanone or acetone does not have. It should be methoxybenzene. Okay. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. The number of disulfide linkage present in insulin are 1, 2, 3 and 4. Insulin has got 51 amino acids. Okay, one chain has got 21 amino acids, the other chain has got 30 amino acids, and between this there are 2 disulfide linkages which is present. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. Okay, next question. 80 grams of oxygen contains as many atoms as 80 grams of hydrogen, 1 gram of hydrogen, 10 grams of hydrogen, 5 grams of hydrogen. So first we'll find out the number of moles of oxygen which is present. So number of moles of oxygen is 80 by 16. Okay. Therefore, number of atoms is 80 by 16 into Avogadro number. So that is 5 into Avogadro number. Okay. Now, 5 how can I get? Here 1 gram of hydrogen if I take, I will not get 5 as the number of moles. Correct? 8 if I get, I will not get number of moles as 5. 10 if I take also, I will not get number of, because mass by molecular mass. Molecular mass of hydrogen is 1. So it should be 5 grams to get 5 moles of hydrogen. Correct? So number of moles of hydrogen is mass 5 grams, molecular mass is 1, so 5 moles I have got. Therefore, number of hydrogen atoms also will be equal to 5 into NO. So, you can see it is same. So, 80 grams of oxygen contains the number of atoms which is equal to 5 grams of hydrogen. Okay. So, option D is the correct answer. I hope you have understood this. We'll go to the next question. Which metal has a greater tendency to form metal oxide? Chromium, iron, aluminium, calcium. See, greater tendency to form metal oxide. Ionic oxides are more stable and the tendency to form ionic oxide also is much higher compared to the other metal oxides. Okay. So, one and only oxide which is ionic is calcium oxide. This calcium has the more tendency to form oxide compared to aluminium, iron or chromium. Okay, these are not forming ionic oxides. Calcium is the one which is forming ionic oxide, and ionic oxide is more stable. Whenever something is more stable, tendency to form that also will be more. Okay, so calcium is the one which is having the higher tendency to form metal oxides. Next question. Identify the reaction that does not take place in the blast furnace. It is does not take place. Yavudilla agadilla anta find out madbeku in blast furnace. We'll see each option. Calcium carbonate will decompose to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. This happens. Here slag is formed. Even this takes place. Option D, carbon dioxide with more coke forms carbon monoxide. This also is formed. Option C is the reaction which actually does not take place. Fe2O3 with coke directly does not react to give iron and carbon dioxide gas. So this is the reaction which does not take place in blast furnace. Okay. Next question and the last question is, waxes are esters of glycerol, long chain alcohols, glycerol and fatty acids, long chain alcohols and long chain fatty acids. Option D is correct. Waxes are esters of long chain alcohols and long chain fatty acids. So, I hope you have understood all the 60 questions from Karnataka CET 2008 question paper. Thank you, my dear children. Stay tuned and get more updates.